sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left.
He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Jackson now. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. On first down, here's Mon.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mon going to throw it.
Being chased out left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mond out of the shotgun.
He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Javon Wims, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Flushed out right.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now Cook running right. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
Well, they go play action here. Mon.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
They'll run for it. Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Dobbins.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Badnewz. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th
anyone.
born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A give. This is Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown! Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. At their own 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Of course, a lot of people in the Twin Cities and these Vikings fans probably remember Rashad Bateman because he played in college for the Golden Gophers in Minnesota. He had 2,400 yards in just 31 games playing for P.J. Fleck and the Gophers. And then the Baltimore Ravens took him in the first round, number 27 overall. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. That goes out wide to Murray. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mond eluding the pressure right.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mond now off of play action.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Joseph is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jackson on 1st down. He'll buy some time right.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deion Buchanan. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mond looks to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Mond. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the 38, Mond. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Mond. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. On first down, here's Mond. Forced out to his left. Sideline, but it's incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Mond. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Let's go, D. Hey, one set.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On 2nd and 7, Mond flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Mond going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Mond. They're going for it. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Dobbins trying the left side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A loss of 2. Brings up
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Ravens 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd and 7, Mond buying time to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And once you got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe you'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Now Jackson.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Throwing. Jackson.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Vikings,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.